Alright everybody, I couldn't find the videos that I promised to send to you, but no problem. Let's record a new one. Alright, so this is my FreeNAS here. Alright, so let me just try to power that on, but before I power it on, I need to create a new virtual disk, right? So it's very similar to the one that you did in one of the labs for the Windows server. So what I would do, I would just go open. Okay, so it's my FreeNAS here. Just say open, and before you play it, you just go edit virtual machine settings. And just add a new virtual disk. Alright, just gonna do that quickly. So here, just keep it the default, it's SCSI. And I will give it 10 GB. So, and finish. Okay, and it started. So while it's starting, what I will do is I will just go to my Windows server and find out the IP address so that I can configure the IP address of the FreeNAS to be on the same subnet. So make sure also that the firewall is switched off. Okay, so you click firewall, turn firewall, turn it off, right? So then we'll go here to Ethernet or change adapter settings. Double click or right click properties, and here, so the static IP here is 192.168.1.1, so the FreeNAS can be .1. anything, right? Because this is /24 or 255.255.255.0, right? So let's go back to the FreeNAS, right? So just to keep the video short, I'm just going to pause it here until it's up, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so it took about 1.5 minutes. So let's continue now. We would like to configure the network interfaces. We have only one interface here, so you have to select for the configuration of the FreeNAS. You have to select the proper configuration from 1 to 14. So the one that I would like to configure is number 1, configure network interfaces 1. Right, so the interface, we have only one interface here, which is EM0, so that's 1. I'm gonna click 1 and hit enter, and it asks me if I need to reset the network configuration. I don't want to reset it, so you send an N, that's no. Configure interface for DHCP, I want to give it a static IP, so yes, I want to configure IPv4, yes, and now the interface name is EM0, like it shows up there. Enter. Now I need to give the IP address 192.168.1, and I can give it any number at the end between 1 and 254. So I'm just gonna say whatever, 10. So it's the same. It's /24, right? Because 255.255.255.0. Enter. Right? IPv6. No, I don't want to configure that. And it's going to save the configuration, and that's it. As you see here, in order to reach the FreeNAS in the web in a web browser, so you have to enter the IP address that we have just configured, right? So I'm just going to go to, so that's it for the FreeNAS. now I need to access it from the browser. So 192.168 dot 168.1 dot, what did I put? Dot 10, right? Perfect. Right. So here during the installation, I put the root password as let me in. So if you want to get this FreeNAS, I have it. You are welcome to take it if you want it. All right. So I'm just going to exit from here. Now this is the FreeNAS interface for the configuration. If you go here, storage, then volumes, I can go to view disks, and this is the disk that I just created, 10 GB, right here. It's a DA1. All right. Then what I need to do now, I need to go all the way down here, right? And I click on services, and then on services here, then you see the FreeNAS. I'm just not gonna turn it on right now until I do the configuration, right? So where I can just do the iSCSI from here, and then I need to do all of these here. Right, so let's just start with the portal. Here I'm just gonna hit save just for the sake of it. It's already saved though. So portal, I need to add a portal. So I'm just going to call it portal. Alright, so I don't need to select any authentication method like CHOP or manual CHOP. I don't want to do that. Right, I want to keep it to the default, none. And here also none. Here I'm going to select my IP address, the one that I have just configured, 192.168.1.10, and I will hit OK. So now the portal has been saved. I'm going to configure the initiators. So I will add a new initiator. All, I will keep that, or if you need to put an initiator here like an IP address or anything, you can do that, but I will keep the default. And then for the authorized access, so let's say add an authorized access. I'm not going to do anything here. I can put a username, right, and then a secret, and fill up these ones, but I don't want to do that. So here, remember the group ID is 1, right? So now we go targets, and when I add a new target, I will just call it target. And the alias, that's like the nickname of your target. If you want to give any name that would refer to target, okay? So like your domain name or something like that. So, but anything other than target, because it cannot, the name and the nickname cannot be the same, right? So here I will just do this. So that's the ID, if you remember, for the portal. This was 1. The initiator also 1. And the authentication method, I didn't select anything, so I will keep this one also at the same. So as I said, for the alias, you can name it anything other than target, right? I can say target 1, for example, or my say target or project, something like that. Anything, right? Or target 1, target 2, or something. So just going to say OK. So the target is safe. I'm going to configure extend. So I'll just call it extend. All right. So now the it's a device, right? So that's the extend type is the device. And here, this is the same. It's a 10 GB. Remember, this is the virtual disk that I added. It has a serial number. I'll keep that at the default. And I will scroll down here. The type is SSID because it's getting it from my host laptop. So I'm just going to say OK. and then I will create the associate, will associate it, associate the target. So now here, add the target and extend. This is the information that I have just entered. You see, I named my target, and it has a 0 here. Right, just keep that, and I will just give it the 1. That's what I selected there, and the extend is extend. Here. Now it's associated. Right, then now I can go and turn on the iSCSI from the service. Right, so you can go here, services, again extend that, and if you go here, then you have the iSCSI is off. I'm gonna turn it on. So that's all of the for the configuration of the FreeNAS. Now what I do, I can go here. Let me just close this. I can go to Server Manager, can go Tools, iSCSI Initiator, and I will put the IP address of my FreeNAS 192.168.1.10, right? That's what I did. So I'm just gonna say quick connect. You see it's already now connected. That's why you have to make sure you can ping before you do these, alright? So it's already connected to my FreeNAS. I'll say okay and okay here again, right? So you saw that it says connected. Let me just go back. So this is it, it's connected. Alright, so what I can do also, I can go here. Yeah, so it's already connected. Alright, so right, then from here I can go to computer management, and I can go disk management, and if you see, this is my 10 now here, the 10 GB that I got. So this one is not taking it from the Windows Server hard drive. It's coming from the FreeNAS, right? NAS is, what does it stand for? It stands for Network Area Storage, right? NAS. Right. So now what you can do here, you can click, because it's an offline, you can put it online. Right. So it's still unallocated. If I go to computer, I'm not gonna see it. I'm not gonna see this right here as a drive. So but now I can go here, right click. Oh, I have to initiate it first. So initialize disk. Right, I want it as an MBR is okay, or you can select GPT as you want, what do you want it for. Right, so now I can go here, sorry, click, and I can create a new simple volume from here. So next, okay, drive E, the letter E, that's okay, and I will give it a volume, new volume as say FreeNAS, for example. All right, so next, finished. All right, this is formatting, and so this is happening. This is from the FreeNAS. All right, done. Now if I go here, I see that's my FreeNAS. This here is 9.91 GB, and that's all. So you can save anything here, do this, right? So now, just to prove to you that this is not a partition on the server, this is coming from the FreeNAS, what I can do is, let me switch off the FreeNAS quickly. Alright, so I'll switch it off. Let me just turn it off because I don't want it anymore. So shut down. Yes. And when it's fully shut down, we should not be able to see this. Alright, so now let me refresh here. It takes time. Let's try to access it. You see, I can't. Right? Cannot access it because the FreeNAS is off now. And then even if you go here and so also see it's not there anymore. See, it went away. All right, so that's it for the FreeNAS configuration. Thank you very much, and thanks for viewing.